Casey, Brian Tierney, and Coach Tierney. Coach, if you'd open up with a comment on today's game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly thrilled that we won. This was as I told Coach Holman from Utah, you guys are a bear to prepare for, right? Because it is got all of the signs point to them, right? The first year program, throw that out the window. They've got players that transferred in. They've got a USA lacrosse staff on their sidelines and their kids. It's the Super Bowl every game. And we knew it. I'm not sure what the magic formula was, but I will tell you that I'm awfully proud of now a second resilient win, because it's not easy to play in a game where the media, the social media, says you should win, right? You should win. You're playing in Utah. You've been around for 50, 60, 70 years. They've been around for one. You should win. And to play with that pressure, I thought our guys did a really good job of handling that, certainly coming out of halftime. So, I mean, I see some stats that I don't like. 19 turnovers, that's got to change. 2 failed clears, and both of them came in the fourth quarter. That's got to change. And but certainly happy about the ground balls. We wanted to change that, and we got to put some points on the board. And we'll enjoy this for a couple hours, and then we'll be on to Villanova.
Questions?
Coach, 9 different players scored today. Is that going to be the formula for winning for this team for this season?
I mean, it's a good question, and the answer is I just don't know. We don't run offenses for Ryan or Dylan. You know, we just don't. Those things happen. Do we have a couple of set looks at the end of some shot clocks? Everybody does for their guys. Their offense runs around number 1, right? We're going to set picks for him, and he had 5 in the first half. But we've got 6 guys, and I think that are out there, and at any point in time, we have to be unscoutable. At any point in time, one of those guys could be able to put the ball in the goal.
So Coach, you guys had a really good third quarter coming out of the half. How did you motivate the team to come out such a hot start?
Yeah, I mean, I think they motivated themselves, to be honest with you, and it has been, one of the weirdest dynamics of this thing is, it's a young team, but they're very coachable, and they want to govern themselves. They do. And so Mark Ellis, Ryan, all the guys, Bobby Casey came up at halftime, and he looked at me and he goes, I got out on the field, I got this, right? I mean, and it wasn't that he played bad in the first half, because some of those shots were right on top of him, but maybe he could have done a better job leading the defense. And he just looked up and goes, I got this. And for a guy this is his second time starting a lacrosse game, for him to have that type of leadership or confidence, hopefully that bodes well for the future.
Coach, after they take the lead late in the first half, you scored twice in the final 15 seconds. Just talk about that sequence, and what did you like about the way your team responded very quickly to being down for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was getting ready for the halftime talk. You know what I mean? And not to yell and scream, but okay, that first 30 minutes is gone. There's a new 30 coming, and the way we went into it and scored those last goals within maybe 20, 30 seconds. Mark Ellis, I think, had the last one diving. And for us to take the lead back, that kind of changed the script a little bit in halftime, going, all right, what we need to figure out where we can steal some energy in the riding game off the face-off. They did a really good job. I think, they sent out a poll right from the get-go, and that just said, we want to muck up the face-off. We want to make it muddy. And so we had to earn every ground ball. That was awesome for us. That was awesome for Brian Herbert, right? I can say it now that we won. That was awesome for us. Probably would say something differently if the score wasn't what it is.
Robert, 10 saves, now making your second start. How would you assess your performance?
I think the defense as a whole, including myself, was a little shaky to start the game. I don't think anyone was nervous. I think it was just we didn't execute our game plan the correct way. But we looked at each other at halftime and we said, we got this. It's not a big deal. There's no need to point anyone out. We're a group. And my coach, he said, I looked him in the eyes too, and I said, we're good, and I got this. And we came out the second half and we were able to get the job done.
Now back to Coach. The Utah star, Josh Stout. Yeah, he was able to score 5 goals in the first half, right? And then you come out in the second half and a goose egg. Was there
Yeah.
any changes you guys made at halftime to shut down what seemed like where all their offense was coming from?
I was walking over to the defensive huddle, which is in what you would probably call the back of our locker room, and I wanted to maybe change something up, and Coach Gorman was already on it, right? He changed the way we were playing picks, and we did a little something different, and then I think the anger energy also took over a little bit, and we settled in a little bit. So I tell you what, he's one heck of a player. If he was playing club lacrosse for these last couple of years, there's probably some sorry club lacrosse teams that Utah played against last year, because he's got a will to get to the goal. And like I said, I had a chance to work with Marcus Holman over the summer. He's got a great mind for the game, and they do a lot of creative things to get number one's hands free, and they did a good job.
Ryan and Dylan, both of you guys, against Lehigh, you only put up 4 goals as an offense production today, 14. What was different from this matchup to opening day?
We were just shooting to shoot. Like we weren't aiming anymore. We were just trying to hit net, not trying to hit the corners and stuff like that. And I think our offense was playing more as a group. Like I feel like Matt Elder, he's not really on the stat sheet that much. He didn't really have that big of a game, but behind the scenes, he's one of our biggest igniters. Our offense can't run without the igniters like Elder and Yanis and people like that. So I think together we played better, and I also think that the freshmen stepped up, took another step today. They have more confidence running around, playing with the pole in their hands. So I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got most of our goals from either transition or late in the last 20 seconds of the shot clock. So I think we did a really good job working the ball around, not necessarily getting the first look, but waiting and seeing what we can get later on. And I think we played with poise. We played as a cohesive unit. And like Ryan said, we buried our shots, we took better shots, and waited for the right opportunity.
For the players, how do they feel to have this performance as a home opener in front of the crowd?
Feels awesome.
Yeah.
It feels great. It's always good coming out with the first win.
Yeah, but now we're 0-0 now, and it's a new fresh start to the season next week, and we'll get back after it versus Villanova.
A lot of freshmen out there. There's four guys on the offensive end: Whit Stopak, Matt Elder, Sterling Audrey, and Nick Williams. It's a lot of freshmen that are playing for us, and then Danny Oakes made a couple big plays for us down the stretch when we went man down. Did a good job.
Coach Brian Herbert had 18 wins and 25 face-off attempts, plus a goal.
Yeah.
How do you see his development coming?
Yeah, I mean, certainly, we probably faced off against one of the better face-off teams in the country versus Lehigh. They have a two-headed monster there, and he battled it out. And we knew right from the get-go when they sent the pole out for the first face-off, they basically said, we're going to muck this up, and we're just going to try to out-effort you on the ground. And at times they did. But I think that was the huge stat right there. When you look at the ground balls, and we're plus 13 on the ground balls, and then the face-offs, having more possessions really was what was the answer to that one. And like I told the guys, every game is a different story. You can never predict a score. I don't think I would have predicted 4-3, and I don't know if anybody would have predicted 14-10. It's just the way it is. We just got to live in the moment, and one play at a time. We're on to Villanova and Monday's practice.
Bobby, double-digit saves in first 2 games of the season, your first 2 starts. What's your philosophy going into this season?
No philosophy at all. Just know to play my game. I know how good I am, and I know that the guys in front of me are even better. And when I see, Philbin, Altman, and Wentz walk out in the field, man, I know that they got my back.